Hello folks, Dell here, and I've got a really marvelous device. They call it a high quality a glass kettle with high quality boryllisate glass. So this is what it looks like in the box. It has an automatic shut off. It makes the 7 cups of up to 7 cups, and it's coffee or tea. I use it for tea. And there's an easy switch here. You can see it turns blue. This will commence to bubbling. This opens and closes. And it has lines here. I usually am on the short line there with the half a liter, which is 16.9 ounces, which is a popular size these days. Water comes in that capacity and so forth. And then it has the one is for 33 ounces, which is a little bit over a quart, and then up here the top one is 1.5, I think. 1.5. And it's a little bit different. The markings in this one are a little bit different, but they're fairly close. So I use it for tea, and the way it works is, what I do is just have my tea ready, and I'm just a plain black, or sometimes I got here a box of green tea, but it's just plain black tea. I just usually have it waiting like that. And then green tea, same kind of thing. So wait for the water to boil. And also one nice feature about this is that you can set it down on a surface and it's not hot. If you're, I don't know, in a vehicle or something, or you want to set it down on the table, you don't have to worry about putting some sort of protective device underneath, so it's really convenient that way. So I could put it down on this counter. I could even put it down here on the top of the package, or in the counter space or whatever, and I could maybe even put my hand underneath. I can put my hand underneath it, so it's safe that way. So this is what I do. I got my tea here, and I usually just have the string to where I can hold on to it. Then I just pour the hot water in. Now, I let that sit for a second. What I really think the marvelous thing as an adjunctive feature of this item, previous to this I had problems with the kitchen drain. And I had to go so far as to buy this really expensive drain cleaner, which works. There's no two ways about it. The drain cleaner works, but I haven't touched this drain cleaner since I've owned this item. And what I can do is just take if I have excess water here, I can just take and pour it down. And usually I don't have this much excess, so I've never had a problem with the drain clogging up. Then I just set it back on the plate. And sometimes the blue light will still be on, and I'll just flick it off if there's no water in there. So they recommend that you fill it up to a certain part, but I usually just go to the lowest gradation, which is 16.9, so I usually got extra left over after my teacup gets filled. So it's a lot faster. I preferred the old way of the tea kettle that whistled, because I really liked it. But I owned this a while and didn't use it, and looked at it, and finally I said, well, I'll give it a try. And it saves a lot of time, and it does the job nicely, and it's got those extra features to it. And it's more modern. So, and what did I have in addition to the tea kettle, which whistled? I had a tea vessel that I poured that into, and then into the cup. So that second item too, I don't think we have that anymore.
That was for like loose tea, yeah.
Yeah, so those are 2 items that are not taking up. And the kettle was pretty good, pretty big, so there are 2 items that are not taking up room. So we just have this now. And so also, just in case, for cleaning drains, I've got the white distilled vinegar and the baking powder, if I want to use that. I don't have to anymore, but I used to. I'd first use that before I'd use the expensive drain cleaner, and a lot of times I had to use the expensive stuff to get the drain unclogged. And also, what do they call those suction cup things?
Plungers.
plungers. So I had to use one in addition to those things. I used those also, the plunger. So this made life, even if you're not going to drink tea or coffee out of this thing and you're just don't want to avoid plumbing, it's not that expensive. It's not expensive, right?
Mm-mm.
It's not that expensive. So it's a way of doing things, but it is a different, more creative kind of way. So there you have it. That's the finer features out of this. I just taste a little bit of my tea to see how I'm doing here. It's still a little hot. That tastes pretty good. So I'm not a coffee guy, tea guy. This will also make coffee, instant coffee. It's good for that. And also we have a Keurig, and I don't use the Keurig. I use this. So that's another thing. And the Keurig's more modern, more popular kind of thing, and it's more simple. You just take the cup and put it in, and flip, and you're good. Well, this is sort of practical as well, and in an easy way to do things. So I hope this helps. Catch you on the next one.